All right, so in today's video, we have a Bronze 5 Kira going on. Now you're wondering, why are we watching this one? Well, apparently they had a difficult time keeping up their tank, and they want to know, how do I heal my tank when they're playing like this? What can I do? They feel like they might have hard carried a little bit when they switched to Ana. So you know what? Let's see how this Bronze 5 game goes. Will they dominate? Will they not dominate? Dominate? I'm just making up words now because that's what you got to do when you do that, right? You know what I'm saying? We'll find out. Enjoy. Sub to the YouTube if you haven't, because then you sub to the YouTube and you're like, wow, look at those videos. Let's go. You can still see my arm. It doesn't even... Oh, it's... Ooh. Let's find out here. Here we go. All right, you have a Malga to start, so you're in a Bronze 5. Wait a second. Is it happening again? Chad, how often does this happen in your rank games? Okay, so we just recently watched a rank game where the Malga will not step out of the doors, or like a tank in general will not leave this doorway. You see this right here? Will not leave this doorway. And it happened in one of the games we just watched. It's the same thing. Look at it. They can walk through the door. They'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, I just saw that.
Stop the payload from moving.
Martin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, appreciate it. So if you're wondering how do you heal your Malga if they do that, honestly, you're kind of in a what? Okay, you're kind of in a spot where like, yeah. So here's the problem. I'm already gonna give you a little bit of a insight on what you're doing somewhat incorrectly there. If you're playing with a Malga as your tank, this Widow is just gonna have to play sightlines for a little bit until this Malga is in a good spot. If you've ever noticed two things, all right, if you look away from your tank in a Malga versus Malga matchup, they fall over. If the tank looks away from the other Malga in a Malga versus Malga matchup, they fall over. So until your tank is in a good spot, you have to kind of wait to go up there and try to kill that Widow.
The payload's moving.
I also want you to try to be a little bit more accurate with where your heals are going. Also, by the way, you're on defense here. The best thing you can do is just go die on the card. Or maybe cleanse yourself and not run into... All right, I mean, listen. In that situation, go to the cart. That's all I got for you at that point. Or if you think you can survive long enough, you can do a cleanse TP play to get out. But instead, you kind of just did everything but that. So, just in that situation. So in that situation, you want to try to look for a way to heal your teammate. If your teammate is out of position there, fine. But even if they get them, you're missing out on like 10, 15% ult charge that you could have by just kind of staring at the ground there. So I want you to start to try to focus on like your teammates in front of you, and then like your Widow, for example, you're not gonna have to worry about your Widow right now. All right, we're gonna, good job waiting for your team. I'm actually happy with that one. That's good to see.
Let me balance you out.
All right. Your Moira died in their spawn. Okay, now, if you want to, I would Kitsune in a second. Ooh, actually, nice job getting the limb. You can Kitsune this if you would like. Your Malga's gonna die if you don't help your Malga at any point here. I just want to point out, chat, because I've had people ask me this question, okay? And keep in mind, we're watching a Bronze 5 game right now. People have been like, listen, you're on Malga. Why aren't you just diving into their backline and killing their supports? I want to show you a point of view of both Malgas right now who just try to dive the backline by themselves. Okay, what do we got here? We got Malga. Okay, what do we got over here? Oh, we got Malga. This is why I keep saying, this isn't the same situation in like some of the tanks where you're going to be more aggressive towards the backline. The Malga versus Malga matchup is just sitting there and shooting at each other over and over again. And whoever hits the right Ana grenade or like just doesn't feed usually wins that. And this is what happens if any of the Malgas decide to charge in or dive the backline. Fall over immediately. It happens all the time. Now, I know there's going to be somebody who's like, oh, I play Malga all the time and I dive their backline and it works. I mean, I'm glad it does. I find that you're starting to take like these angles that just don't allow you to heal your teammates, and then you take in time in between. So I want you to focus a little bit on not LOS in your teammates. You can flank as Kiriko, that's fine. But there needs to be like a set plan. Oh, there goes your tank again. All right, let's charge in as Malga. And back to spawn they go. Oh, their Malga has now charged in. They might win this, though, because nobody's turning around to help. You literally just stood in front of them. Okay, so when your tank goes in, the best play that you can do at that point is to back up. All right? In this situation, you want to save your cleanse. I would like to see you use your Kitsune. I think it's time right now to use your Kitsune. I think it's time to go ahead and use that Kitsune right now. Let's Kitsune on in right now to help your team here. Let's get that Kitsune going. Try to launch it. Oh, all right. Oh, the Widow's going to stand in front of the Malga. All right, perfect. This is looking good. Okay. So the reason why you want to use your Kitsune is because Kitsune is, and chat knows this right now, it helps everybody. No, don't stand there. Back away to your team. Go, just focus on getting to your team. All right. You're going to go into, oh. All right, so I want you to Kitsune when you get a chance. Thank you. Good job. Now you could. Now I want to also point out you could have probably used this Kitsune much. Okay, no, stay with your tank. Worry about you don't have to worry about your Lucio. Your Lucio can. You need to sustain your tank and keep your tank alive. If you try to just heal up your Lucio, that's a cleanse. That was an ability. I'm fine with that. You're just using it early. You're not going to need it. Okay. All right. You can try to. So just so you know, the cleanse doesn't go through the. And this is something that, believe it or not, people still are learning with this. So I have no problem like explaining it. This is a shield. Like in general, like you cannot throw something through this. If you were gonna save your teammate with like that cleanse, you would teleport to your tank and then use it. If it's your teammate's shield, you can obviously throw through that, right? But this is a shield that will block off anything. That's why sometimes as Malga, one of the best plays you can do is just drop your ultimate and use it as like a shield and like unlimited ammo. Like you don't have to have anybody in it. Like you won't be able to heal them. You won't be able to do anything to them there, unless you go into this with them to begin with. All right? Sounds good. Be careful of using your TP, like, how you just use it. I still like you using your TP, but I think you kind of went into their teams. Just be careful of this. Just heal your tank. They were going to get rolled anyway by the Sojourner. Just keep your tank alive. I'm telling you, you keep your tank alive, you're going to see good results here. And now the tank was like, I've had enough, I'm going to go charge in. You're going to have to Kitsune to keep him up. Kitsune. Yeah, don't Kitsune now. Save it. Kitsune. Good. Now heal your team. No. Stop right there. Listen, you're Kitsune-ing to keep your teammates alive. It will make your heals faster. You're not Kitsune to try to DPS them. Your tank will literally survive that if you just heal them just enough. You're doing the same thing when you get into these aggressive plays. Your Kitsune is not just a solo ult for you to go and damage. Your Kitsune is also to be able to help your teammates. So, like, look at this. This would have helped you would have won this team fight if you just healed your Malga. Okay? One of the questions you had asked was like, what can I do as a tank, like, as a support here to keep my tank alive? And don't get me wrong, your tank's playing aggressive, but I've seen many opportunities where like you're not helping your tank with a sustain, and because of that, your tank is going to lose that 1v1 every single time. You need to commit your heals to Malga. Now, there could be an argument like, oh, why should we have to commit our heals to Malga? It's just how Malga plays. I'm telling you right now. If you have a Malga and you want to solidify some wins, heal your Malga and don't damage it. Your team won that team fight. I want to point. Your team just won that team fight. At this point, I don't even know where to go with that one. Outside of your team just won that team fight. I just need to point that out. So in this situation, target priority, okay? When I say target priority, I'm not saying go and DPS them. I'm saying keep your Malga alive. Your Malga. Go in there and help them. Run right through there and just help them. You can go in there and just go right in there. Walk right, go in the...
Hi Emongg, how's it going?
This is the equivalent of what you were just doing. Heal me, please, okay? I'm in a 1v1. I need you to heal me. If you heal me here, we will win this team fight, okay? And the Malga's like, come on, can you heal me? And this is you. Hi. Well, by golly, isn't it a good day today? What a treat. And then finally your Mercy's like, I'm going in! I'll go save you! And then you're like, well, isn't that a treat? Oh boy. Hopefully this shield breaks soon because I'm having a dandy old time on the point here, but I can't seem to heal you. This is just, well, shucks. What's going on here? Did they nerf this to 8 seconds from 10 seconds? What is going on? So in that situation, when you have a giant shield like that and your Malga needs that help, the Honor Grenade, I don't know why I'm getting all like animated about this, like the Honor Grenade, all right? The Honor Grenade will help increase the heals on your Malga because your Malga has lifesteal. And the Honor Grenade has like this, basically you know how like when you purple them or like gives you like that healing bonus? That helps the Malga. So in a situation when you just throw a nade at your Malga, you now are giving them and enabling them to win that 1v1. So if you just go in there and throw a grenade, you're not just throwing a random grenade at the floor and watching your Malga go back to spawn, all right? So with a Malga, your Honor Grenade helps the Malga win 1v1s. Don't sit on the cart and just wait on the shield to break. Situational. I'm not saying run in there every time, but this is a situation where you got to recognize, okay, I got to go in, all right? It's up to YouTube if you haven't. You see how this team fight is now turning towards, like, the other team a little bit? Like, your Honor Grenade, like, makes or breaks team fights in these games. So you said, like, oh, what can I do to help my tank? I've seen probably 4 or 5 situations where you could have easily helped your tank, even with their aggressive playstyle, but instead you've chose just to kind of just not really focus on healing them. Like, you're almost like, you're aggressively damaging them. Like, don't get me wrong, as support, you can do a lot of damage. Like, it's definitely a part of the playstyle, but in Malga versus Malga, you just can't look away from the tank most of the time. It's just, that's how your Malga falls over. Okay, chat, will they walk through the doors right away?
Long time lurker, thank you for helping me improve at Overwatch.
The tank made it through. Chat, the Malga has made it through the spawn doors. Are they getting healed by the Ana right now? Nope. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so in this situation, you want to get up a little bit further right now. And the reason being is you're going to get LOS. You see the line of sight there? That's what LOS means. If you ever hear me reference LOS, it means line of sight. What happened? You took too long to get to where your tank was. Your tank falls over. Now, does your tank fall over if you're there? Maybe. But you gave yourself no opportunity. Remember, your Honor Grenade is very important in these team fights. Your Junkrat just ran at their Hanzo and got absolutely rolled. So I need you to... That is a Widow play if I've ever seen one. Okay. Now remember, your Malga. Focus on your Malga for now. Okay, they're running in. That's fine. They're getting to the cart. Sight lines. I want you to raise up the Honor Grenade a little bit because you keep missing it. This is much better, by the way. Like, seriously, this is what you want to do. Okay? I want you to focus on that Malga the whole time. If that Junkrat decides to run in the middle of the open and get rolled by a Hanzo, that's on them. Okay, nade them. If they use their... That was a good nade, by the way. Don't be afraid to nano your Malga. Don't be afraid to nano your Malga. Oh, no. Here we go. Here, all right, just got to be careful of... I need you to start to think about your positioning a little bit more. I'm trying to think of a way to explain it. Run in there. Run in there. Oh, no. Go in there and throw a grenade at the... Go right in there now. Now throw a grenade at him if you want to. So that shield does not mean you can't go in there and help your teammates, especially when their Malga decides to run into the spawn and 1v4 them. If that Malga gets you at any point there, that's just going to be on your team, not you. Okay, and now see how you've adjusted here? And now you have better sight lines? This is good. Okay, you want to follow where the sight lines are going to help your tank. If you're not going to be able to get to those sight lines, you just let your tank know. And then your tank will ignore that call out and get mad at you when you don't heal them, but at least they knew you weren't going to be in that spot when you could heal them, okay? Nade the Malga. Okay, nope, Malga's just going to run in and get Junkrat trapped. Don't even have to. Oh, a Mercy went for a res. What a treat. Oh, they got the res off. Okay, here we go.
This ends now.
You can use nano when you would like here on your tank. Yeah, use it now. Use it now. This is a perfect timing. Use it. Oh! So I want you to use your nano because, like, I want you to think about how much time you spend here not using your nano and how many nanos you give up on. And I talk about this all the time. I'm going to pause again. Players are constantly... Oh, yeah, you can definitely aim down the sight, but, like, that's a different story right now. Players constantly want to wait for the perfect ultimate. The perfect ultimate is winning a team fight. That is my take. You want to basically, like, recognize when you're not using your ultimates and think about how many times you would have had nano by now. Maybe 3 times. Maybe 3.
I am unbreakable.
That's on your Malga, by the way. I'm not even... Like, I know you could be in a better spot sightline-wise, but that's on your Malga. That's nothing you can do. I would recommend zooming in a little bit more at times. I really think you would benefit from some of this, like, remember, when you... Okay, so just to give you an idea, by the way. And I know a lot of people know this, but it's always good to remind people, because you never know when, like, someone new is playing Overwatch, or, like, is still learning a lot of the mechanics. When you scope in, it is hit scan. When you are unscoped, it is projectile. When you scope in, they can see where your shot is going. When you're unscoped, they can't see where your shot is going. That is basically a way to describe on a gameplay, okay? Scoped in, hit scan. Hit scan goes to the target. Projectile has lead time when you're unscoped. So when you zoom in, you're going to be more accurate with your shots, but you put yourselves at the disadvantage of them being able to see you scoped in, right? That's where you have that. When you're unscoped, it is projectile, so they're not going to see where your shots are going. So you say you're in a good spot and you don't want to give away your spot, that's what you do. So, yeah. Okay, here we go.
The Eye of Horus watches over you.
Nano. Let's go ahead. Well, you don't...
Get in there.
Honestly, I don't even care who you nano at that point. I'm just glad you nanoed somebody. You can go in there. You can go in. It's okay to go in. See how your teams are going in and pushing in? You can go in. I'm just glad they nanoed. Like, I'm just happy we got to see a nano. Okay? I'm happy with that.
This ends now.
Good sleep. Nice sleep. One thing that I want you to work on right away, because I'm already seeing it, your Ana grenades, you're throwing them too low. I want you to, like, when you watch this back of you playing Ana, I want you to see where your crosshair is. I want you to just lift it up just a little bit. You keep throwing it at the floor, so I just want you to do that, all right? Sound good? That was a good Hanzo ult. Do you want to know how you can help keep your teammate alive more, your tank? Heal them. Oh, grenade would work too, but like grenades don't... You can throw a grenade at them, but if you don't heal them after that, they're still going to go down. Pinging the Hanzo's good, but... Remember what I said when you scope in, it kind of puts you at a slight disadvantage because, like, the way that you're going to look from their point of view is basically a free limb. In that situation, taking one pop shot is fine. Then, you know, adjust your position. And if the Hanzo doesn't react to it, you can stay there. But if they even look at you, just readjust your position. Also, what a play by the Junkrat again. Junkrat's popping off. Teammates. You want to heal them.
I am unbreakable. You're powered up. Get in there.
By the way, you can't... Alright, so I'm going to explain why you don't want to use Nano there. So when your team is down as many as you were, 2v5, unless you have a set play and you're communicating with your Malga, it's not even worth nanoing them there. You're going to nano them, they're going to fall over it. So that is a situation where that's where you want to wait in your nano. But see, this is what I mean. Like, you're holding onto your nano for too long, and then when you finally use your nano aggressively, you're using it in a spot where you don't want to use it. And this is where, like, once you start to learn these things, he's like, you'll get a lot better. It will take time with that. Second of all, if a Malga is running at you in charge, cannot be CC'd, just so you know. You can CC them at the beginning of it, so like if they start to go into the animation, you can CC them. If they're at any point running, jumping, etc., you won't be able to CC them. So like you try to sleep them there, it won't matter. I mean, obviously that's just kind of like a reaction you'll do on Ana anyway, but like that's why you didn't get the CC off, just so you know. But yeah, to your question like about your tank and how do you keep your tank alive and you felt like you were playing really well in Ana, I think there's a lot you can work on right now that I think will benefit you like greatly. You weren't here, so you can't do anything about that. I think the exact quote was... Let me look. I think I carried hard, but my brain decided to lock in and play Ana. I have no idea how to play Ana. I think I carried hard for only having 13 hours total on her. I don't know what I could have done better to keep our tank from having a bunch of deaths. But that's what we're helping with here, right? But that's what I mean, like, first of all, chat, I want to point out, I have seen chat roasting, but this is exactly what happens when, like, you watch your gameplay back in general, where you think that you're having these amazing games, and you watch it back, and you're like, that wasn't me. Wrong replay code. Wasn't me. Wrong replay code. Replay's broken. The replay spectator's broken. Wasn't me. Nope. Wrong replay code. Not me. Someone has my account name. Not me. Even for me. Like, I will have moments of, like, absolute pop-off. I'll go back and watch, and I missed 25 Sigma shots in a row. Right? I still might play extremely well during that, but I'm like, oh, wow, if I actually hit those... You know what I mean? Like, it's like, who did it? Wasn't... That's not me. That's not me. All right, will the Malga leave the spawn doors? So I want you to focus on... Okay, so I want to pause very quickly right there because I think this is a really good way we can kind of look at this right here. When that Malga charges in, just throw a grenade at both your Malga and their Malga. Your Malga will benefit from the heal and like the honor grenade, and then their Malga will be purple. And instead of throwing asleep at the wall... That's what you want to do. Like, that is like a perfect opportunity to throw a grenade. I need you to focus on your Malga. If you don't focus on your Malga, apparently they're going to charge in with 10 HP. Which, I mean, that's on your Malga there, but like, I don't think your Malga should be getting to that point. All right? I don't think they should be getting to that low HP, like that much. If you're just focusing on them, it will take them quite a while to get to that point. But you're not. You're worrying about too much is happening, like, on the map when you just need to kind of like,
let's go.
Lock in on the Malga, and then make adjustments later on, and you'll make plays on that. All right? Be careful. You're positioning. Stay more to the right. More to the right. All right, I want you to just on a grenade. On a grenade. On a grenade. But on a grenade, you're... They could have easily touched the point. You have so much that, like, you're going to be able to, like, improve on that, like, when you watch this VOD back and you watch this replay, you're going to be in a... you can definitely improve on a lot. And that's... It's not necessarily a bad thing because you can kind of see all of these things that you're doing and then go and work on those and then keep improving. And then I think you'll be in a good spot with that. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, on a grenade towards the Malga. That's a good sign. Focus on Malga. That's it. That's all you want to do. Listen, I know that you want to heal your Junkrat. Don't worry about your Junkrat right now. I'm telling you. There's a Malga flanking you somehow. What in the world is going on? All right, somebody told us that Malga, they only can flank supports on tank. Okay, no, your Malga went into. What in the world is going on right now? Chat, and then you see what happened again? When both Malgas went into the back line, they both fell over. Be careful here, okay? You're kind of... why weren't you shooting at any of them or throwing on a grenade? I'm so confused. It's like you were... Did everybody agree in the chat they weren't gonna like just wait a second, nobody do anything? Like in that situation, you throw an on grenade, you guarantee the limbs. I know like more than likely you win that team fight, but you can't bank on that either. That's how you lose team fights. So you need to be careful in that situation.
Don't make me your Don't make me your nemesis.
All right, you got the dub. Let's go. You had said that you thought you hard carried an Ana and that you don't know what you could have done to kind of keep your tank alive more. It's really simple at this point. Just heal your tank. There's so many times you can watch yourself going away from your tank, and in some situations, there will be tanks that you won't have to heal as much. Malga is not one of them. If you have a Malga, you're going to heal them. You weren't using your Ana grenade consistently. You were missing your Ana grenade because you were aiming too low. So you want to aim a little bit higher. Your positioning was always gravitating towards the middle when you want to play more sightline based. There's a lot of different things that you're not doing here that I think when you watch this back, you'll be able to improve on. So to your initial question, how do you keep this tank up? Heal them. Did you hard carry as Ana? There's a lot of room for improvement. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Sub to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. We're getting close to everyday uploads on all the channels, so if you haven't subbed to those channels, make sure to do so. All right? A lot of awesome videos on there, seriously. All 3 of them. There's like different type of content on each one. So if you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You'll see my Discord right there. And that's where you can submit your own spectating, so you can possibly have it reviewed. We record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat right there. See? Twitch chat's right there. So stop by. It's a good time. That being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.